guys, what's up? It's me, Catherine, and welcome to my bedroom. I'm pretty sure I've shown you guys parts of my bedroom before, but here it is again. Hi, Steve Buscemi. Anyway, for today's video, we're going to talk all about callbacks and my top tips to acing yours. Callbacks are probably some of the top questions that I get asked on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. You guys can follow me at Kath_Steele. I feel like I've been doing that a lot lately. Oops. Sorry, not sorry. A lot of you guys probably know that I did a video all about my top basic audition tips. It's a really good foundation and kind of covers all of the bases. So I'll leave that down below if you haven't checked that out. But anyways, this video is kind of a follow-up to that video. So it's all about callbacks. Also, hi! My name is Katherine Steele and I put out a new theater-related video on every Theater Thursday. Plus, I do bonus uploads throughout the week, so if you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe. That way you get notified for all future videos and you get to join the Theater Thursday fam. First, we take over Broadway and then the world. Like I said, you can follow me on social media at Kath_Steele, but without any further ado, let's get into my callback tips. First up, let's talk about some R&R, and I'm not talking about Rest and Recreation, Captain Phoebus. I love Hunchback, so good. I'm talking about research and rehearsal. For research, make sure you understand the material. Ideally, you did some research before your audition, but now's the time to do even more, or if you didn't do any initially. Research the show. Research the source material. So many shows nowadays are based off of something else, and understanding and knowing that something else is really going to help you out in the long run. Research the team that's producing the show. Nowadays, everyone is all over Instagram, Twitter, they have websites, they're on Facebook, they have like pages, whatever. At least one person on the team will have their work somewhere on the internet. You just gotta dig a little bit. You can get some insight into how they work, who they work with. It's usually nice to have a little bit of insider info, plus it'll kind of give you the upper hand and you'll feel a little more put together if you know who these people are. Don't let it intimidate you though. And rehearsal. Obviously, the most important thing about this callback is your material that you're presenting. A lot of the time you'll be sent your callback material before the actual callback. You almost always have something to sing from the score, sides to read from the script, and a dance combo to dance at the callback. Yeah. Work with your coach on your scenes and songs. I understand that you might not always have time or it might not always be financially an option to book a coaching lesson, but if it's a project that you really want, I'd really recommend it. Now, a lot of people get nervous for dance callbacks because they don't really know how they can prepare. If you had a dance call at the initial audition, try to remember the combo. About half of the callbacks that I go on are the same material from the audition. It's either just amped up or lengthened, or sometimes it's the exact same thing. A quick tip for dancers and non-dancers alike, understand the style of dance. You don't necessarily have to be the best dancer in the room, but if you understand the nuances of that style, you'll look 20 times better than the person who maybe is just as good as you, but doesn't know it. Let's say you're called back for a show with a Latin influence. Latin dance has a very specific look to it. If you can understand how to move your hips, if you understand the shoulder rolls, if you understand the energy, you're gonna look really good even if you're not that trained of a dancer. And this goes across the board, so make sure you understand the style and what it's supposed to look like. Tip number 2, you did something right in your initial audition. You wouldn't have gotten a callback otherwise if they didn't see something there, so don't try to reinvent the wheel. If they give you a specific note or an adjustment for the callback, definitely follow that, but they called you back for a reason. You did something that they liked. Don't make entirely huge new choices. You can even wear the same outfit that you did in the audition. I know a lot of people who like to wear the same thing that they wore at their audition and callback. This is kind of a weird tip, but I made this mistake once and it stuck with me forever, so I'm gonna tell you guys so you don't make this mistake. Get yourself really amped up right until you're warming up. Really long story short, I had a callback for a very peppy, high energy show, and I was watching one of my favorite sad movies right beforehand, so I ended up still being kind of low energy, and I was making all of my acting choices way too introspective and real, and that's not what the show was. And that's just because my brain was still in that mood. I should have hung out with friends, I should have blasted music and danced around my room. So keep that in mind. Tip number 3, I've lost count. I don't know. Here's another tip. I'm a train wreck. I'm totally paraphrasing this quote from Tina Fey. They're not just auditioning you, they're auditioning you. as a person and your personality. They're not just hiring you to do a show. They're basically asking you to be their best friend for the next 6 weeks and hang out with them 12 hours a day and be there until 2 a.m. for Q to Q. Have a good vibe, radiate positivity, be someone that you want to work with. I'm so shocked with how few people do this, but always thank the panel after your callback. It's professional, it's kind, and it puts your face in front of them one more time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. If you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so much. Break a leg, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Ooh. What have I done? What have I done, sweet Jesus? What have I done?